Let me ask you guys a question. Do you always feel like everything you do, no matter how hard you work, you're always playing catch up? Well, the reason for that is you're playing by the rules that someone has set up for you. You know, I recently heard someone say, in life, you either play by your own rules or by someone else's rules. But you need to know, if you're playing by someone else's rules, you will always lose. Why? Because they ruled the game and they designed it. So in today's video, I'm gonna break down why playing by someone else's rules, you're bound to lose. And I'm gonna give you some advice and some pointers on how you need to create your own rule in order to get rich. Now, first you need to understand this. The game that you're playing is rigged, whether it's by society or by corporate America or any type of traditional rules. Reason being is because they set these rules up, so it's set for them to win. A lot of these rules keep you in the same position. For example, the typical 9 to 5. You work a 9 to 5 and it doesn't matter how hard you work, it does not equate to you making more money. But you definitely need to understand this. In the back end, someone is making money off your hard work, but you are not. You see, the reason why I say it's rigged is because you can work as hard as you want, but you're not gonna earn more money. It doesn't work that way. There's a quote that was said by Warren Buffett, and it goes like this: the system is not broken, it's just working for those who designed it. Now, why do you lose this game? One of the big reasons is a lot of people follow the traditional path. And we all know that path, which is to go to college, get your degree, get your house, get your brand new car, all these things that society put in place for you to cooperate and do your thing. Now, when that happens, there's a problem. In order to go to school, what happens? People get in student loans. Look all over TikTok. People right now are drowning with the amount of student loans they have. And some people graduate college and they don't even have a job. And then when they do get a job, they're stuck getting a job that does not pay much. And they're working so hard because we're seeing as well, there's so many layoffs and people doing jobs that before it took 3 to 4 people to do, now it's one person doing 4 or 5 people jobs. It's not fair, but that's just the way the system works. And now when you're in the system, you're just drowning. You're drowning with student loan debts. Then you start using credit cards. Then you get yourself a first car. Then you get yourself a mortgage. All these financial obligations now come in play, and it makes it really difficult for you to leave the system. So now that you're in this game and you're in all this debt, you have no choice but to participate. And what makes matters even worse is you're trying to dig yourself out of it. You're thinking, I need to earn more, but you are in a salary trap. A majority of these jobs are only giving you 1 to 2% increases on your wages, which is not enough. You're seeing now how inflation is sky high and your wages are not catching up to it. Now you're not getting all this money from the job. It limits your freedom. It limits your creativity because you're being told what to do and you're doing exactly what the system wants you to do. And that's why it's hard playing that game, because your income cannot go up as much as you would like. It's a limit. The salary is your limit and it is what it is. A lot of people out there trying to negotiate and getting a raise. You know what it's like. A lot of these jobs are not giving you any raises. So as you see, being in this game limits your opportunities to make so much money. So how do you get out of this game and make your own rules? It's quite simple. Number one is you want to get into entrepreneurship and ownership. Now, I definitely want to say this because there's so many videos out there where people are talking about a 9 to 5. I hate it. I want to get out of it. But I need you to understand this clearly. Entrepreneurship and ownership is not for everyone. Okay? Some people like having a 9 to 5 job and they're cool with it. Having a 9 to 5 job doesn't necessarily mean you will never get rich. If you use a company's 401k, you put money into a Roth IRA and you spend wisely, you could get rich. The problem is your potential for growth is really limited. That's the main issue when you're playing by someone else's rules rather than creating your own. But even though with that being said, entrepreneurship and ownership is something you will certainly need to do if you want to become successful. Entrepreneurship in any type of business you have, any type of venture you want to try, go for it. And ownership could come from many ways. It could come from owning stocks. It could come from owning ETFs. It could come from the market. It could come from buying home ownership. It could come from so many things, real estate, a bunch of stuff. But you definitely want to participate in this in order to get rich. And you certainly need to remember this. Those who own assets, own investments, and have businesses, they're the ones that win the game. Why? Because they create their own rules. And your focus also needs to shift to investing in yourself. You need to put the work in. You need to try to gain the skills and the knowledge to run your own business, to learn how to invest. That's why I am not anti 9 to 5. Working a 9 to 5, it helps you and allows you to build certain skills that you're not able to build. You might have some coworker that you find annoying, but let me tell you something right now. Working on your own, you're gonna find annoying people and you gotta learn how to interact with them. You have to learn how to interact with difficult customers because these customers are needed in order for you to get rich. So what are the things that you could do? What are the tips I could give you right now in order for you to get rich? Let me give you the first tip. Diversify your income streams. You hear this time and time again. I've seen videos out there, people have 8 income streams. Me personally, I have 3. I have my primary job, I have a side hustle. YouTube could be my 4th, but currently right now I am not monetized. I'm not getting paid off YouTube. And my investments. People don't understand that. When I'm sleeping, my money is earning me money. Tip number 2 is to leverage assets, not time. Buy stocks, buy ETFs, buy mutual funds, buy any type of investments that will earn you money. That is extremely important because as I said earlier, your assets is what's going to build you wealth. Time that you're giving up, which is going to work and working a 9 to 5, that is limited. You don't want to make all your money and all your capital through just working a 9 to 5. You want to get it through investing. Tip number 3, think long-term, not short-term. The short-term is going to be a quick scheme and it's just going to get you broke. You're going to lose all your money. You need to think long-term. That's why for a lot of people who have a 9 to 5 and they're not happy, it's okay. Focus on your side hustle on the side. Put all your extra hard work and effort into that when you're done with your 9 to 5. Okay, on the weekends, at nights, all these times. You build that. Once that gets to a point where now it replaces your income, then you could decide to leave. But you need to have a long-term strategy. You need to understand, guys, compound interest and time is crucial. You need to have both of these things on your side. You cannot expect things to work quickly. It's going to take time. And if you're investing either in yourself or in the market, compound interest and time is going to be critical. And tip number 4 is this. Put yourself around winners. Put yourself around mentors. Now, I will tell you this. I found it really difficult to put myself around a bunch of mentors. Yes, I have some friends who are winners, but I don't have this large network of friends where I could just tap into and they could give me some advice on how to get rich. So I will tell you this. Read books. Okay, listen to podcasts. A lot of these multimillionaires or multi-billionaires are out there and they did an autobiography. Read it, get in your mind, get as much information as you can as possible. They could be the guidance to help you to get out of the game and create your own rule. Because you need to understand this, when you're surrounded by winners, you're gonna win. Even if they're in front of you and they're helping you out or you're hearing it through a podcast. Hearing all that positivity is going to keep you going and get you on your journey to being rich. And now what you need to do is just focus on your mindset. You definitely need to change your mindset, especially if you want to get rich. You see, rich people have an abundance mindset. Poor people have a scarcity mindset. You currently might have a scarcity mindset because you're worrying about your bills, you're dealing with your student loans, you're dealing with your mortgage. So your mindset right now is scarcity. And those are the people who normally stay in the game, working in corporate America and following the societal norms. You're different. You're built for abundance. You want to get out there, go out in the jungle, leave the zoo, and make some money. Make all these opportunities that are out there, and you want to take it, and you want to grab it, and you want to get rich. You do not just want to stay in a 9 to 5 stuck in the game where you're not making the rules. There's so much money that can be made, and you need to definitely have an abundance mindset in order to tap into it. Also, you'll start shifting from risk and security. That is critical. Security is working a 9 to 5 job and following the norm. But risk, you understand that in order to build wealth, you have to take some risk. Calculated risk, not just any type of risk like putting all your money in crypto and hoping one day it's gonna blow up. No, making calculated risk and calculated moves. And if things don't work out, what you expected, then basically you could reevaluate, learn from that, and then continue to grow. If you keep playing by someone else's games, well, guess what? You will keep on getting the same results. But if you create your own rules, you'll open the doors for financial freedom and building wealth. So what would you guys now do now to create your own game? Now you have all this information. Drop a comment down below and let me know what you guys are going to do.